Hi, and welcome to another episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter, where today we're going to be talking about a beginner's guide to crossbows. There's a lot of different varieties of crossbows. There's multiple websites for crossbows. Um, there's different price ranges of crossbows. So we're going to talk about all that today. So with that said, let's get started with today's show. Okay, so today we're going to be talking, I guess, talking about crossbows. There's a lot of different types of crossbows. You got this one right here that, let's see, I don't know if my pointer's on it or not. I can't really tell. But we have a reverse uh, compound crossbow. We have the regular type of crossbow, of the compound crossbow. And then we have, let's see, where is it? It's not, really can't tell right here on this picture. Right here, we'll use this one right here. Then you have the recurve crossbow. So you have three different types of crossbows that we have out there. So uh, for beginners, it's all up to you. Okay, price range. What can you afford? Okay, they come anywhere from beginners, I would say, around $200 to $400 price range. Intermediate, say 400 to 600, and then the more advanced type of crossbows that are 800 to $3,000 or more. I've seen stuff with the packages up to $4,000. So they can get up there really pricey. So we're just going to talk about a few different types of crossbows out there. So let's get started with that. So I got the Barrett website up here. Let me get my glasses out here so I can see what I'm looking at here. So Barrett is one of the top of the line crossbows. They have a lot of different types of crossbows. So let's see. We'll just do the shop crossbows. So you got this one here, $8.99. And the one thing I've noticed here lately when I've been doing a lot of research on stuff is a lot of stuff are out of stock. And I don't know if it's due to the COVID stuff or it's just that it's um, uh, they're just that popular. Crossbows are popular. They are growing in popularity. So we'll just start with this Barrett here. So let's just bring this Barrett up. Okay, so it's 420 feet per second, 190. I'm sorry, 149 kinetic energy, and weight about 7.9. Now, um, this is an upper end crossbow. It's a reverse. Looks like a reverse type crossbow. Um, let's go to the next picture here. Um, and this one here has the crank built into it. So you can see where the crank is. I believe this is one of the cranks built into it. Some have cranks built into them, some don't. Okay. Now they give you the 420 feet per second and kinetic energy. Those are estimates. That's all they are at this time. It depends on your crossbow. It depends on your arrow, the weight of your arrow. Okay, so everything's going to be different. Okay, so let's go. Let's see. They have another picture here. I mean, like I said, it's all on your type of budget. I mean, they got the Ghost, which is a really good crossbow. They're all good crossbows. Um, you're going to see things. Let's see. Let's go back here. Um, all the time, my limbs are breaking or whatever. it don't make any difference what type of crossbow you have. Okay, things are going to happen. Um, you maybe just got a bad limb, a bad string. I mean, they can't all be precise. Okay, um, but they try. I mean, they try and get their crossbows um, as close as possible to make things work properly, so you don't have to, send them back in, wait a couple of weeks, because it all depends on warranties and how the warranties work and where you get the work done. Some of them you just pack up your crossbow, send it back to them, they'll send you another one with a new limb on it. So everybody's going to be different on how they handle stuff. Um, some have a lifetime warranty, some have a 1-year warranty, 2-year warranty. It just depends on what the crossbow you're going with. So when you look at crossbows, let's see, let's go to another one here while I'm talking here. So we got the 10-point crossbow. 10-point has excellent crossbows. All right, come on. All right, so they got the Viper RS 470. So the 470 means so when you see a number on there, that means the feet per second that is projected. So that one comes in at almost $3,000 for a crossbow. Let's put it this way: hunting equipment is expensive. So that's all dependent on, again, what you want. So you got to figure out what you want to begin with. Do your research. I see a lot on Facebook. I belong to multiple groups on Facebook for different crossbows. And the one thing I see a lot of is, what crossbow should I get? So you hear people putting out, get a center point, get a Carbon Express, just different ones. I have a Viper RS 470. I'm just using that as an example, which I don't. I wish I did. 470 feet per second, and the kinetic energy up to 191 feet per second. Kinetic energy per second. That's a lot. Okay, but again, it's going to depend on your crossbow, your arrows, your tips, your weights. I mean, just a lot of different stuff to do your crossbows with. Let's see, they got some decent ones here. They got some less expensive ones. $569. Okay, I don't think that's the correct price on that. At $0. $459. Again, they're all good crossbows, great crossbows. So you want to look at different. So if you're going to go after, let's say, an elk, okay, that's a pretty large animal. So you want something with good, solid kinetic energy. Speed is good, but it's the kinetic energy that you're looking for. So 400 up to 140 feet of kinetic energy would probably punch through a elk. Okay, but if you look over here, this Rage, maybe. If you're close enough to it, you maybe say like 20 yards, probably. Okay, this one here, 140, could be, it probably would. But like this one here at 330, yeah, it's not going to punch through an elk. So if you're going to go elk hunting, bear hunting, you want something with some solid kinetic energy behind it. Okay, so that's what you're going to look for. So like 315, 370 at 115 feet of kinetic energy. Again, you're looking at iffy. So you want to look at different things. And that's one thing that you should get is, and I've talked about it in one of my other previous videos, is a chronograph to see what you're shooting at feet per second. I'm shooting with my center point. I believe it's about 130 feet per second. I'm sorry, 130 feet of kinetic energy. So you want to look at that stuff and see what you have. Okay, so we'll go here to look at the center point. You know, so again, center point has some great crossbows, middle of the line. You know, the heat and the amp, and like the one I have, the Patriot. All great crossbows. They come in at about, we'll see, what is the amp coming in at? The power draw. Okay, does it have a price on here? No, but I believe it's right around $400 for it. Let's see. View details. But it says coming soon, but it's already out. But again, it's got some good kinetic energy. It's going to be probably about the same as the Patriot. Let's see, you got one here at $199. This is a recurve crossbow. So recurve crossbows, I would suggest, if you're just learning how to shoot a crossbow, I would go with a lower end crossbow, like about $200. Because this is the one I have, the Jaguar. It's currently unavailable here on Amazon, but it's a great entry-level crossbow. I recommend it. You guys see me shoot it out there. You know, I've had some issues, but you know what? Things happen. Like on mine, I'm waiting for a new string on mine. I got some new arrows for it. It shoots great, but like I said, I need a new string for it, and I'm just waiting for it to come so I can get back out and start shooting it. But I can't right now, even if I wanted to, because it is snowing outside right now in Utah. And you know, and it comes, you know, I haven't done a chronograph on it yet. I will be eventually, but I probably have to wait for just a little bit better weather for that. But this one comes in right around $200, just like the let's see, the center point does. So center point, Jaguar, you know, anything with the nice thing about recurve crossbows is they're very easy to restring, and so when I get my Jaguar string, I'll show you guys a video on that. So, but usually, depending on the crossbow, for the recurve, it depends on the price. Okay. But again, I would recommend you guys getting a some sort of recurve crossbow to begin with, to get used and allocated to using a crossbow. Because if you've never used one before, or even not even if you know, because you want to learn the sight it in, get everything set up. And it's an easy one. It's less expensive to learn on a recurve crossbow than it is a compound crossbow. So you can see this one, you know, it's pretty. It's simple and easy to use. This one here comes with like a red dot. It looks like, but they come with a scope. You know, depending on who you buy it from. All right. Carbon Express has some excellent crossbows. Let's see if we've got my pile driver on here. Yeah, right here. So they got my pile driver on here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a quick review of that on here. I mean, it comes with a crank. With that one, you can see how it laid out. The stock here is adjustable on most of them. Again, the stocks are adjustable on most of them. That's the quiver with the pile driver arrows, the scope that comes with it, and of course the crank. It comes with it. Okay. I just don't see the price on here that they. Let's see if this part shows the price on here. Oh, it says call for a price, so I don't know. But they have a lot of different types of crossbows. Again, it's going to depend on what you want, what your needs are. This one here, the Killer Instinct, another good crossbow. They have a lot of accessories. Everybody sells accessories to them. So you got one here, the SWAT XP, $999, so $1,000. Let's see here. You got the Bone Collector, $370, $249. You got the 380X at $249. It's like they're having a sale on it. So again, it just depends on what you want. And then we got the Excalibur. Excalibur mostly is recurve crossbows, and they're really excellent. You got 400 feet per second here, suppressor, the micro, 340. So they got different products, and they're pretty much all recurve crossbows. Let's see here. Do they have products? Let's see. Let's just bring up the Assassin 400 here. See what kind of price. If they show a price on here. Yeah, $1,800. Okay, for their upper end Assassin 400 TD. So again, they're not all $1,000. Let's go down to the micro. Let's go down to the micro. Okay, the micros 900 with the Masio BUC, and then 1,000 for the real tree timber. So it's a little bit less. So let's see. Let's go with this one over here. SA Sports. They got the Punisher 420, $699. They got the Beast at $500. Let's see. They got a Diablo 385 at $400. Hellhound sold out. So again, you're seeing a lot of sold out stuff here. And they have a recurve. They have two of them here. So they're sold out. So again, everything's selling out. I wish I knew why. So the Syncope Deathstalker. They got some accessories here we're looking at. They got the Tacticat mount, Tacticams. Let's see. Crossbows. Oh, I hate when stuff like that pops up. Let's bring up Crossbows. Okay, come on. Here we go. Okay. So they got, almost 2,000 here, 4,000, 1,400. So they're a little on the expensive side to the upper end. But again, great crossbows. Raven, the same thing. They have, a lot of different types of crossbows. Let's see. See if we can find. Okay, they got, everybody has what they call their own, Helicat, coil, They call them different things. But this is like this is one of the top of the line crossbows right here. Um, they're broadheads they have for them. So let's just bring up. We'll bring up this one here. Take a look at it. Again, here we look at the price. You know, 26, almost 2,700 bucks for their crossbow. Um, and then you got the Bear X. Let's see. Let's look at all their crossbows. All right. Come on. So here we go. 1,100 bucks. It's got like these different, different price ranges. Here's one. It looks like, it's just this Saga 405 at 300 bucks. So then you got the pistol. The pistol grip, the pistol crossbows. If you want something fun to do in the wintertime, you can do these indoors. That's how simple they are. They are, depending on which one you get, they're like they say it's about an 80-pound pull weight, draw weight on them, but they're really not that high. But they're good indoors. As I said, in the wintertime, if you're a handgun shooter, these would be something that you'd want. I got me one, and eventually I'll get it out and show you guys. But they're fun to shoot. They're fun. And the bolts, the bolts, they're bolts because they're the 6-inch. They also have a 9-inch bolt out there for them. But for me, those are bolts. And so you got one right here. This is what they look like. And they're sharp. Oh boy, are they sharp. But you have to get, you can't change the tips on these, but if you get and I don't remember the name brand of the 9-inch bolt for those, but you can change those to a broadhead on those. But arrows to me are 16 inches and above, because they look like an arrow. Pure and simple, an arrow. Then we got the PSE. Again, great crossbows. Here's one. It says speed 380, 370. Crossbows. And they got a pistol. Zombie killer. And it's a 50. So most of them are either 50 or an 80-pound. Some are 60. Pound draw weights on these, and these are they call self-cocking. You have to cock them to do that. So again, there's multiple different types of crossbows out there. It's your price range. Okay. Again, it's going to be your preference. Okay. So we'll come back with some final thoughts, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we're back with some final thoughts for today. So I showed you just a few samples of different types of crossbows. The recurve crossbow, the reverse crossbow, the regular crossbow. There's multiple different types of cranking systems out there. Now, again, it's all going to depend on your price range. Okay, do your research. Okay, they have their pros and cons. Like for example, the recurve crossbows, they're pretty wide. Okay, but when they come back, they narrow down, but not that much. So going through a brush and stuff like that, could you hang up with something like that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. The standard compound crossbow, they start out about 15, 16 inches wide, and some will come down, to 13 inches wide. So if you're going to be doing a lot of brush hunting, that might be something to consider. The reversed compound crossbow, they're very, very narrow. Some will get down to as much as 6 to 8 inches when you cock them back. So if we're going through, and those are more upper end, the $1,500, $2,000 price range. Okay, so if you got that much to spend, I would suggest getting a reverse crossbow, because it'll be great for going through brush a lot easier. But accessories, these crossbows, arrow types, broadhead types, there's a ton of that stuff out there. Price ranges, like I said, if you're going to be starting out, I would suggest the lower end, recurve crossbows like the Jaguar. You don't have to go to the Jaguar. This is what I recommend. But that's good. They're good crossbows. The nice thing about recurve crossbows is that if you break a string when you're out in the jungle, you carry an extra string with you. You just pull it out of your pockets and put it on. With a recurve crossbow, not recurve, but a standard compound crossbow, if you break a string out there in the brush, you're done for the day. It's pure and simple. If you're you can't bring a backup string for them because you can't put it on. Okay, so that's the only drawback to a compound crossbow. But like I said, recurve, you can restring it right there on the spot. But again, if you treat your equipment good, keep it waxed up, oiled up, the rails oiled up and stuff, you may not. But one thing, you always want to cock your crossbow before you go out. So the problem with that is, I've heard a lot of people say they'll be sitting in a tree stand, sitting in their blind or whatever, and they hear a crack. Okay, and they look down and they see splintering on the crossbow. Well, you got to sit in your blind. You got it wherever you're sitting at in your blind, whether your tree stand, up against a tree. You got to have it cocked. You got to have an arrow in it. You got to have it ready to shoot, because you can't cock them when you see an animal coming in. You can't do that. It's just impossible. The animal will be spooked and it'll be gone. So again, so it is what it is with that. It's not because the manufacturer screwed up. It's just because elements may have caused it. Who knows? It was its time to expire. Again, who knows? It's just things that happen. Okay, so again, it is, like I said, I'm sorry to say, it is what it is with that. So with that said, get out there and hunt. Family comes first. Take care of your family, and see you on the next video. Oh, before I go, remember, hit that. If you like these videos, hit these subscribe buttons. Ring that bell. Give me that good old thumbs up so I can make more of these videos. And if you got any suggestions, just a minute, baby. Okay. Yeah, my engineer is back there yapping. Send me suggestions on what kind of videos you would like to see in the future. I enjoy making these videos, so like I said, let's do it. So, family first. Take care of your family. Yep, my engineers are yapping back there. He's telling you, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Oh, I did it the first time around. Wow. Hit that subscribe button. And give that important thumbs up. So, see you on the next video.